So hello everyone and welcome to this new video. As you can see, today we'll be talking about UFC 273, which is coming up on Sunday, April 10th, depending on where you live, the time. So without further ado, let's get right into this. But before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you would like to leave a comment, you are most welcome. So the first fight, or kicking off the main card, we have, of course we will only talk about the main card. The first fight in the main card is an absolute cracker. We have Gaslin versus Nasruddin Imavov. I think it's gonna be a tough fight, sorry. I think Nasruddin is going to get the job done. Maybe a round 2 finish, a submission, yeah. Of course, Gaslin is the favorite, but I think Nasruddin will get the job done. Moving on to the women's strawweight encounter between Mackenzie Dern and Tesia Torres. Another very competitive fight. I think this fight might go to a decision. I think Mackenzie Dern is going to win this fight via unanimous decision. Moving on to Gilbert Burns versus Hamzat Chimaev. Gilbert Dorino Burns versus Hamzat Boss Chimaev. This is the fight of the card, in my opinion. This is the fight I'm most excited to see. I think Gilbert Burns is going to possess Hamzat Chimaev a lot of problems. We all know Gilbert is a specialist in jiu-jitsu and he can easily submit anyone in the world. Hamzat Chimaev is just a beast. I think this guy is virtually unstoppable right now. So this makes this fight a very intriguing fight to watch. I mean, this is definitely a step up in competition for Hamzat Chimaev, fighting a guy like Gilbert Burns. I think if he beats Gilbert Burns, he should fight for the title. I think Gilbert, if you beat Burns, you definitely deserve a title. Or deserve a title shot. Or at least a number one contender. For me, this is a number one contender. So, how I think it's gonna go. This might be shocking, but I think Hamzat Chimaev is going to get the job done in round 1. This guy is just a beast. I think he's going to shock everyone and just finish Gilbert Burns in round 1. Will he submit him? No, I think ground and pound. Hamzat Chimaev is going to win via ground and pound. But I think, man, it's going to be a very interesting fight. Moving on to this bantamweight bout between Aljamain Sterling, the current champ, and Petr Yan. I mean, the last fight, this is of course a rematch. The last fight finished in a very controversial way, with Petr Yan being being disqualified in that fight. So they had to do another one. This time, I think he will get the job done, Petr. We all know that the last fight, Petr was the better fighter, and this guy is just an absolute savage. I mean, Aljamain Sterling is a very good fighter, don't get me wrong, but Petr, in my opinion, is different level. He is one of the pound for pound best fighters in the UFC, in my opinion. I think Petr will get the job done. I don't know, maybe via decision, but I think he will outclass and batter Aljamain Sterling in this fight. Moving on to the main event, Alexander the Great Balkanovsky taking on the Korean Zombie. Another very good fight. Balkanovsky, of course, headlining this card. He is the main man currently. I think he's ranked, I think he's 3rd pound for pound, only behind Kamaru Usman, the Nigerian Nightmare, and Israel Adesanya. I think Volkanovsky is going. I think he's going to cruise past the Korean zombie. The Korean zombie, man, he might have some moments in that fight, but it's gonna be very hard for him to dethrone the current champ. So, to round up the card, I'm going Alexander Volkanovsky, and still in this fight, I'm going Anu Piotr for this is the co-main event. Moving on to Gilbert vs Hamzat, I went for Hamzat Chimaev to win this fight. Mackenzie Dern to beat Tesia Torres, and Nasruddin Imavov to get the job done against Kelvin Gastelum. This fight might be fight of the night. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and take care.